happened. They shut me off. So we got that thing back in action. We back in action. Who in the building? Who we got in the building? Get them comments. Taking me a little break. We're gonna put this wheel seal back together. There you go. Larry Davis, what up, gang? Silent Machine, what up, gang? We got some work for us tonight. We're doing the wheel seal replacement. I already got everything cleaned up. We're gonna put our bearings back in. We're gonna put our seal back on. So you know when I be inspecting them trailers, when I go underneath and I show you guys in between the brakes to see if the wheel seal leaking. Well, this one was leaking. So that's what we gotta do. But the crazy part is, when I keep looking at, if that wheel seal was leaking, why the brake shoes ain't wet? See that? Normally you'll have a splatter of grease all in there. So what that's telling me is somebody didn't clean it right. And somebody diagnosed it wrong. You know what I'm saying? So normally what I do is I will clean it with some brake cleaner. And if it's leaking, it's going to start pouring back out the same after it dries. So but it is what it is. And I'm looking at the seal. The seal is fairly new. Look new to, does that look new to you? Look at that. Look new to me. So I cleaned it up. Cleaned up our wheel speed sensor. Cleaned up the tone rings. We're gonna inspect our bearings. Then we're gonna put that thing back together. Yep. But y'all see we got Larry Davis in the building. Also got Silent Machine in the building. Yep. What up, gang? About to get ready to put this thing back together. Trying to wait for a couple more people to get in here because I know y'all gonna start asking me some questions. Oh. So right now, let's inspect our bearing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna inspect it. Bearing look like it's, check them rollers. Put our bearing in there. See how that go in there? So next, see, we gotta find the right seal. And that's another thing. So that one is definitely too big. So it's not that one. So that one is 65. That one is definitely too small. So next we got 700A. Larry Davis says it's going to be cool to watch. Thank you as always. Appreciate you, sir. That's definitely too big. And we got one more. This is a common one. And this might be our one here. We gotta make sure it goes over our hub. Let's see. Yep. See, after you make sure of that, you want to put it on your hub itself here, and you see it. It's more snugger than last time. So this is actually our seal here. But it's also one thing I forgot to do, guys. That's why you don't want to move too fast at all. So we're gonna get our bearing out of there. You want to go around this. Make sure that this is clean. Because this will actually make the seal hard to put in. So you want to go around this and clean the edge up. You know what I'm saying? When I do the wheel seals, I'm not bragging or nothing like that. I have never had one leak. Like I said, I take my time. I make sure it's cleaned properly, and I make sure that it's sitting properly. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important part. Very important, guys. And I'm so happy y'all with me, because y'all always see me inspecting trailers, and we're looking at the wheel seal and checking for leaks. And finally, y'all get to see me replacing one. So, you know what I'm saying? I wish y'all was there the whole situation with me, so y'all could see all I had to do to get it off and everything like that. But I will go back over and show you guys what I did when I got it off. Very important. So the first thing that you want to do, this is your wheel speed sensor here. And once you bolt all everything back up, it's going to push this back. So what happens is when you're replacing it, putting a new hub seal and everything on, you want to pry this back out. So once you tighten everything down, it's going to push your wheel speed sensor in everywhere where it needs to be, because you don't want to have to take everything back off to push this wheel sensor forward so it can read those tone rings right there. Because if it's not done right, put all this back together, you will have an ABS light on. So I also cleaned that up, and you also want to clean around the hub of this, because that's where the seal sets and sit on there. Very important. So now guys, we can put our I just want to show you guys something too. So you see the difference between the seal that they had on there before, and you see the one I'm putting on? They could have put the wrong seal on there, guys. It's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? You see how that's going in there? That's too loose in there. So we're gonna see. Let me go get the tool. Press the seal in. Let's see which one of these that we're going to use. Want to make sure. Guess we can use this one. So, where's my hammer? This is the fun part here, because you have to see that? See how I'm putting the seal in there? You're gonna hear it bottom out. Bottomed out there. Bottom out there. Then you want to smack it there in the center. And seal is installed, guys. So you want to run your finger around to make sure it is evenly in there, which it is. You guys see that? See that? Yep. See how that seals in there? See what type of time we on? We got that new seal in there, guys. You see it? So now I'm gonna set y'all up right here. We're gonna go set you up right here. Let me move some of this out of my way. Move some of this out of my way. Let's tilt y'all down like so. Just like that. Yep. Now, go on there like this. Now, guys, sits in correctly. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See, we seated on there. So now, guys, this is the important part right here. Show you something. So, before you put the inner bearing in, you put your nut and stuff inside and lock it down, you want to pre-lube this thing with the lube oil that goes inside there, because if you don't, you will be over here for hours filling this up, because the fluid gotta go all the way over there and then it has to come back. So why wouldn't you pre-lube it and fill it in now before you put the bearing in there? So basically what you be doing is when you put your new cap and everything, gasket and everything on, you just have to top it off. So y'all give me a second. Let me go get the fluid to put inside here, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to add it. I'm gonna show you when it's full, and I'm gonna show you guys, man, this is the most important part of putting this all together, okay? So y'all give me a second. Y'all stand alive, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all share the live, because this is very, very, very some important, vital information that you guys can learn. You can tuck it underneath your belt, and you know what I'm saying? And you can pretty much, you know what I'm saying, do this yourself. So give me a second. guys, I'm back. And I gotta ask y'all something too, man. Does anybody know what today is or this week is? So I got a question to ask y'all. Let me ask y'all real quick. Let me ask y'all a couple questions. My hands. So guys, y'all know it's Driver Appreciation Week, right? So Dan Way says, be careful with them tires. I know I don't gotta tell you. No, you don't gotta tell me. But I do like the fact that you care about me to tell me to be careful. So look, gang, y'all know this week is Driver Appreciation Week. So salute, shout out to all the drivers, right? So why don't, the drivers are real important, don't get me wrong. But you don't think the mechanics are important? Y'all don't think the mechanics are important? Because it wasn't for the mechanics, y'all be somewhere sitting on the side of the road with the truck broken down or something like that, right? So don't y'all think they should have a mechanic appreciation week? What about the mechanics? So Driver Appreciation Week, man, they put food in there. I don't care what company that you work for, any trucking company that you're around. Driver Appreciation Week. I pack trucks with my drivers. Without them, I don't have a job. We don't have mechanics. But I think you're right. Yeah, I think I'm right too, gang. But it is Driver Appreciation Week, man. So they do, I don't care what company you work for, they set all type of stuff out. Let me see, did we make Dan hold on. There you go, Dan. So they do put all this stuff out for the drivers and everything, man. And all that stuff is cool. But my thing is, man, do y'all think that the mechanics are important too? That the mechanics need a appreciation week? You know what I'm saying? To show salute to the mechanics that help put the trucks together, that help fix the trucks and get them rolling on the road. It's crazy, that's crazy, that's crazy. But we're gonna get back to we're gonna get back to our program though. We'll get back to our program. So right now, like I told you guys, we're going to pre-oil our hub. So we're gonna stick this in there. That is our oil. We're also going to have our drain down there. And we're going to pump some oil in there, guys. We're going to pump some oil in there until it starts coming out. That's when you know you got that thing nice and full. Oh, there we go. So it's already been topped off in there. So we set this to the side. So now, guys, now it says, dude, when I was in my own early 20s, I worked with a fleet that had 10K vehicles and more. I knew all the mechanics all over, and they kept me on the road. It says hub readiness. Nice. Yes, sir. So y'all see I got it nice and pre-oiled, which is very important. So now this is our inner bearing. We're going to inspect it. Like I said, guys, normally when I'm doing this, if this was full of grease everywhere, I would have put it in the parts cleaner and cleaned it off. So, but this was fairly changed. So you see that? We're gonna slide our bearing in there. Yep. And you see how that thing sits on there? Seated right? Right? Next, guys, I'm gonna show you a trick. I'll be right back. Let me go get my right side socket, and I'm gonna show y'all how to know when your hub is seated correctly and it's on there the proper way. So give me a second. All right, guys. I got the correct size socket. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know when we put our nut on, it doesn't go this way. It has to go this way so we can put our clip in there to tighten it down. So we're going to screw this in like this. Right? Gonna screw that thing on as far as we can get it. And I really want you guys to listen when I tighten this up, because I was taught how to do this from school, and I also was taught by an old school mechanic. So what's gonna happen is, and I want you guys to listen out for it. Hopefully you guys can hear it. What's gonna happen is when you tighten this all the way down, what you do, once you tighten it all the way down and it stops, you bag off of it a little bit and you should hear like a thump, and that's how you can tell when the hub is seated correctly. I want you guys to listen. Get my socket on there. Then we're gonna get a ratchet. So guys, I want you to listen. I want you to listen. I want you to listen. Yeah, let me get you a little closer so you can listen. So listen out for the don't. So like I said, we're gonna tighten it all the way down till it stops. And once you tighten it till it stops, like right there, see how it stopped? Give it a little bit. One more. Right? Okay, you heard that, right? Now when I unloosen it, you should hear a pop. You just heard that? You just heard that pop? See? Our hub is installed correctly. See that? So that's how you do it. So then, now, we get our lock ring. We get our lock ring. He said, yeah, I heard both. Yeah, shout out to you, gang. That's how you can tell when it's seated correctly. So now we're going to put, this is our lock ring. And remember, guys, it has to go in there. It has to go in there, guys, because it's a little lip in here that this ring sits in here. See how it goes in? Okay. We're gonna get a little screwdriver and make sure that we are in there. It's too big. We can use this. Yep. Make sure we are locked in there. This is very important. So, you guys see that? So what that lock ring does, it keeps it from spinning back. And we are in there. We are in there like gym wear. You know what I'm saying? So, we got that in there correctly. Yep. See that? Locks right in place just like that, guys. That's it. You guys just installed a hub. New hub seal. So now, the next thing we gotta do is, guys, which is very, very important. You guys see this? This is our hub plate. So what I do is, just that little screen, I'll be telling you guys that you want to make sure it's clean to the first add mark on it. So I'm going to clean this off. Like I said, this was just changed already, guys. So that's why I'm not putting it in the parts machine. So right now, you see I had already cleaned all this entirely all the way off. I have to go get a new gasket. We have to go get a new hub gasket, which sits here. I'll be right back with that. It says bit bigger than the first Ranger XL, laughing my butt off. Now I can put our new seal on. Okay, where's my bolts? In the chair. Spin the chair around. We got a new hub gasket. I always just put it on here, like so. And I started with 2 bolts. Doesn't matter what direction you put this on with. You know what I'm saying? Because you put the oil through the center. Some of these, you add the oil a little bit different inside of them. But this particular one, okay, I just get them going like that. Also, guys, don't put these on unless they got washers on them. If they don't have any washers, that don't mean you don't put nothing back. That means you go find some. It's very important you put those washers on there. If you take it apart and don't have no washers, make sure you put some washers on there. Remember, I told you so. I told you so. Remember that. Okay, see that one don't have a washer? Gotta make sure they got the washers on. Remember, I told you so. So you wanna put that on? You wanna put that on like that. Of course. And you wanna put the one at the bottom. Just like so. The size of that bolt is a 13. So we're gonna snug those on. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that, guys. You guys see that? Just like that. So now, how you put the oil in, Fly Roy? See this little cap? Pop this cap off. Right? Tell you guys something very important too. So if you ever was to inspect one of these, see that orange clip in there? That's what we had to snap in there. So if you don't see that orange clip, it's definitely a problem. So now we're gonna put our oil in, put our drain pan in. So guys, look, show you where the fill mark is. You do not fill this whole thing up as if it's a rear end until the fluid fills up. No. See the second lines? Yeah, one line. When you get to that first line, it's going to say add, and the second line is full. Once you get to that second line, you're good. You're golden. So we shouldn't have that much to put in there because we already pre-lubed our hub with gear oil. So what that means is that the oil has to go in there and fill up first. And we already filled inside. Okay, we are at the line. We're at the line. So we gotta wait for a second. Remember I told you the oil has to go inside the hub itself. So what you want to do is you want to turn it. This is your oil procedure that you're putting oil in. You want to turn it. There you go. Now you wait a second. Make sure all the oil is going back inside. And that little alley, that little valley that we was filling up. So we get our oil again. Best time to do this is with the tire off, guys. Just way more easier. Uh-oh. Yes? Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all see it now? See how it's going down? You see that? So we're gonna go again. We're gonna spin it. We're gonna spin it. We're gonna spin it. We're gonna spin it. Spin it. We're gonna spin it. We're gonna spin it. Now we're gonna stop. We're gonna top it off again. Okay. I'll let it sit for a second. I'm gonna spin it. Spin it. Spin it. I'm gonna spin it. Spin it. See how it's going back to the full mark? So we let that sit for a second. Also, what kind of oil? It's 80-90 gear oil. 80-90 gear oil. So guys, now we're gonna let that sit for a second. Gonna let it sit. Gonna let it sit. We're gonna let it sit. Like I said before, the most important thing out of everything, guys, is that after you do a wheel seal, clean everything up. Because what happens is, it's very important. You will have another guy, trailer or truck will come in at another time. Just because you didn't clean it, they see oil, they're gonna say, oh, the wheel seal is leaking. They're gonna take it off and replace it. And it really didn't need replaced. What it did, somebody forgot to clean it. That makes sense. That's why it's so very, very important for you to clean, clean, clean. It's important. It's very important. And the reason why I don't have to add a bunch of oil to this is, like I said, we already pre-lubed the hub. So now we're gonna spin it. We're gonna spin it. That valley has to get full, guys. Okay, let's see what we got. think after this one, I think it should be full, guys. And you also have to take into consideration too that I'm on the jack stand and it's not evenly on the ground. So you got to remember that part too. Yep, so now we are at the full level mark. You see it? See that? And we're good. So the next move is I got to put the drum back on. So of course we can put our cap in right there. Put our cap in. Right? Move you guys back so you guys can see. Let me move some of these tools out of the way, which I'm going to be putting away very, very soon. You guys see that? Here, where is our, we're going to spray it down. Told you, a clean area is the best thing. So, everything good. Very clean. So now we're going to put our drum on. Before we do that, making sure our ABS sensor is on our tone range. If it is, we're still going to put it forward. Okay, that's the best as far as it's going. And we're on our tone range. Yes, we are. So, next, we're going to put our drum on. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. See that? We got our drum on, guys. Our drum on. We're going to pull our wheel on. First, I'm going to get this stuff out of the way. We can get that out the way. We can go put some of these tools up. That belongs to me. Okay, let's put the top tools up. We're going to leave our drain pan out and we're going to leave the oil over here just in case we got to top it off. Actually, we can fix this up. Show you guys the fun part that I also do. So, teach you guys a secret right now, so you don't be working against yourself. You see how the tire is spinning? So when I put the tires on there, it's going to spin, right? I have air applied to the brake system already. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to adjust the brakes so the tire does not move. You know why I'm doing that? So I don't have to fight with the tire. So hold on 1 second. guys what I'm talking about. Really quick. So you seen before I was able to spin this. So since I adjusted the brakes in, see how it's not moving? So it's like there's air applied. And I did that so I won't work against myself when I'm putting the tires back on. You do not want this thing spinning on you while you're putting your tires on. It's going to make it very hard. So if you're working on a trailer, and that's how you're going to tell that the driver has the trailer brakes released because the tires are spinning. He's doing that to make you work hard. So tell him to set the brakes on the trailer. See, got a tire over here. Get it as close to the hood as possible. All right. Put your tire rod underneath. Press it up. Press it up. Hold on. Press it up. Go. Now, could you imagine that tire was spinning and I was doing that? Very hard. See that? That tire was spinning. Tell you why you don't want your tire spinning. Because you have to line up the valve stem opposite of each other so you can put air in the tires. Very important. So that's the next thing. The next thing, you see the tire? The valve stem, you have to go on both sides. So we want the outside valve stem to be here so you can look in the other hole and see that one. Thanks, man. I got to run a bit, but I appreciate the class on how it's different than my regular truck. Yeah, it's a big difference, brother. So let me get the other tire. Almost lined up too. Yes, once I get this on, I'm gonna show you guys what I am talking about. It's called clocking the tire right. Okay. There. Let me move y'all back some. Nope, missed it. See, we got it spinning one time. Missed it. So you guys see it? You can see the valve stem right there, outside tire, and you can see the valve stem on the inside. It's called clocking the tire correctly. Otherwise, you'll have to take it back off. So now I can put our lug nuts on. We're going to lock the tires down, and then we're going to adjust our brakes. Got to adjust the brakes. Does anybody know how to adjust the brakes? Drop some in the comments, let me know. Does anybody know how to adjust air brakes? Trucks and trailers are both the same thing. I'm gonna look in the comments in 1 second. As soon as I put these lug nuts on, let me know if you know how to adjust the brakes. As soon as I get this, I gotta go outside and check my regen I'm running. Okay, Tighten them up. See, we got air applied. Tire's not moving. Let's see who knows how to adjust brakes. Tire valve stem not cracked or broken or leaking in the air. No, it is not. You just missed it. We just changed the hub seal on here. So right now, I got to adjust the brakes because we got air applied and the tire is not moving. So that's how you can tell if the brakes are not adjusted right, you got air applied and your tires are not moving, something's wrong. Or you need your brakes adjusted. So, as of right now, let me know if you know the adjustment to adjust the brakes. I'll be right back as soon as I adjust them. Let me see if you guys are right. Okay, got our brakes adjusted. Brakes are adjusted. You see how the tire's rolling now? Now if I set the brakes on this trailer right now, it's going to stop. So we're still going to keep it rolling because we are going to make sure our hub oil is full all the way. And then I'm going to also show you guys when I set these brakes how this tire is going to stop rolling fast. Very, very fast. I'm going to let that sit for a second. Let's see, we're going to take our cap off. Yep, feel like we need to add some to it. See that? I'm gonna let that sit. We're also going to clean that. Can you guys see where it's full at? Anybody know the brake adjustment? Okay. And we are full, guys. See our full mark right there? Now watch, you guys want to see that tire lock up? Well, I'm telling you what happens when the brakes are applied. So now, right now the brakes are released. With the brakes being released, the tire is going to spin. I want you guys to watch because I always do this after the brake adjustment to make sure I am adjusted correctly. So watch this, guys. This tire is going to spin. It's going to keep spinning I'm spinning it enough so I can go walk. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Let me know if you seen that. See how right now the tire's not moving? That's what happens when there are no breakers, no air is applied to the trailer or a truck. The tires should not be moving on the rear axles. Stop faster than the speed of light. Yes, it did. So, then and only then, it's gonna let you know. Shout out to Larry Davis. It's gonna let you know when you had the brakes adjusted. So Larry Davis, what I just did right now, I just every time you guys be on the live with me, I'm doing an inspection and I'm showing you guys the trailer and what to expect, doing the DOT inspection and everything. And we're going underneath and we're looking at for the hub seal leaks and everything. Well, tonight I had a hub seal leak and I had to change the new hub seal and put a new hub seal on there. Also had to put a new hub gasket. And I walked everybody into changing them. And right now you just seen the last of it, where I was showing them how to make sure that the brakes are adjusted correctly. So anytime air is applied to a truck or trailer, the back tires are going to spin. Once air is not applied, the tires are not going to move. So I was showing them the difference to make sure I had the brakes adjusted right. So now I can go underneath the trailer and I can jack it up and I can drop it down, take the stand from under there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you change a hub gasket the correct way. Yep. So y'all give me 1 second. I gotta go out here. I got a regen running outside. I have to go shut it off because it should be ready now. Yep, so guys, I'm back. Tell you guys about my region. So, let's see, let me get everybody on. So guys, I had a check engine light issue on a Cascadia, and it said it wasn't dosing correctly. Which, man, a lot of times once you go through this trouble faucet, they show you how to troubleshoot the problem. Guess what the problem was while the check engine light was on? Do you guys know when you turn the key on those trucks, how everything's supposed to click and check everything? Well, if you start getting in your truck and you don't let it go through the process of checking all the sensors, and you fire that truck up and you keep doing it time after time after time after time after time, the check engine light is going to come on because you're not allowing everything to check itself. So that was the issue with the truck I just had. So I had to, of course, checked it. I did all the troubleshooting that it told me to check, the points it told me to check, the different numbers I had to check to make sure they was within spec. And then after that, it tells you to clear the codes. So after you clear the codes, the first thing you want to do is you want to run a regen to make sure that you did it correctly, because the semi truck is so smart that if it senses any problem, the check engine light is definitely going to come back on. So we don't have a check engine light on. Fix the problem, and just gonna have to have a talk with the driver and let him know he has to make sure he's cycling the key correctly. You know what I'm saying? Were you guys ever aware of that? Where if you're not cycling the key correctly on the truck and you just firing it straight up, it don't even have to be a truck. It can be your vehicle or truck that's a diesel. So certain older diesel trucks that have like on the dash, on the cluster, it have like a little squiggly line in a circle. That's your go plugs. If you're starting that truck up and you're not letting that glow plug light on, and then turn off and then you start it, you're gonna have some problems, serious problems. Drop some in the comments if you know that that's a known fact. Let me know. Let me know. Well, I'm gonna start putting my stuff away. Torque these tires. Get the retorque ready. All we know, we passed one up too to make sure I got all of them. We did. Now we gotta put our indicators on. I'm gonna get to y'all comments right now. Seeing some comments rolling. Say and say snap on, snap it on. What is, bro? Love me some snap on. That's what's up, gang. Yep, snap on's pretty cool. It's just expensive. It does last, but there are better things, tools out there that's just as good as Snap-on. Snap-on then came to just be a name now. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a guy that buys nothing but Snap-on products, but now, you know what I'm saying? You can give me, long as the tool is lasting, I'm going. I don't care about the name anymore and the Snap-on jackets, and I got all that stuff already. I've been having that stuff for years. You know what I'm saying? When your tool breaks, you gotta wait on the Snap-on truck to come. It says money, but I got over one since 2009. Used to work on airplanes. Okay, that's what's up. Making that nice money, working on airplanes. Actually, before I went back, started working what I'm doing now, I was actually supposed to work on the airplanes, but they end up finding somebody else that was more experienced than I was. It says, hell no. It was just okay. All right. That's what normally happens. Okay. Got that thing on there. We got this one going on there. We got this one on there. And we got this one on there. Yep. Our market level is full. Man, so we did it, guys. If y'all was in there from day one, I had started a live before this one, and something happened where it went out or something. So I got 2 different lives. I got one live that I was taking all the wheel seal and stuff apart, and there's another live showing it putting back together. So I apologize for that, but y'all see what time it is, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Appreciate everybody. I showed you guys how to do things the correct way. Not my way, but the correct way. You know what I'm saying? So hope y'all appreciate it. I appreciate everybody tapping in. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure y'all go subscribe, check me out, leave me a comment. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on something all the time. Never know what I'm gonna be working on. So once you see me live, I suggest you tap in. And you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Don't forget, I am giving away a giveaway on one of my custom chains. So make sure y'all check me out. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. I appreciate everybody's support. And see y'all on the next one.